Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in the last video we talked about the 300ZX and what was going on with that. And so some things have changed with that situation and we're going to talk about that today. I basically decided that the amount of work this thing is going to take and the time that work is going to take me to do is so extreme that my wife is not going to have a car to drive all summer because this is her car. It's automatic, it's for her. So she's going to be without a car all summer, which is not really good. It's not really acceptable. So we had to do something different. So we started talking, we started looking on Facebook Marketplace, and we found something else, and I went and bought it. So I want to talk about that on this video, and then we'll recap with what I'm going to do with the 300ZX. So I want to show you guys the new car, which is right here. So I found up in St. Louis, about 4 hours away from me, a 1999 Acura Integra, which is this guy right here. Let me flip the camera around. Hey buddy. So I found this 99 Acura Integra on Marketplace and it was a good deal. Let me close this hood because it looks bad with the hood popped. And it looked really good because it was all stock. It's at ride height, it's on GSR wheels, nice tint, beautiful color, no modifications, not slammed, no lips, no aftermarket spoiler, no nonsense. It just looks like a car from 1999, which I love that absolutely about it. And the price was too good to pass up. Now the car has a lot of miles, but and it does have some body damage. You've probably seen some dents in the hood and various things here and there. She's not super nice, guys, and that's okay because you're not going to get a super nice car for a super nice price in 2023. But if you can get a stock 90s icon car for a good price with a decent body, you're doing very, very well in 2023. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. So this car I picked up for $3,500 cash, runs and drives, AC works, no major collision damage, all the front inner structure straight and square, runs like an absolute top. I don't know what else to say. Interior is all there, which is another huge thing for me. I always tell people when I buy a car, I buy the interior. And I'll just give you an example right here. When I bought this car, I bought the interior. What do I mean by that? When I take a look at a car from the 90s, if the interior is all there and really, really nice, no cigarette burns, no missing parts, everything smells new and good, that is the most valuable thing you can buy now, because replacing an interior for a 90s car is nigh into impossible or extremely expensive if you want it to look original. So buy that, everything else can be done. That is the hardest thing to do. Same thing on this car. I bought it off the ad, meaning I bought it off how it looked. I could tell it was all looking fresh and original and unmodified, but when I got there, I was very pleasantly not exactly surprised because I had seen pictures, but I was very happy to find out that the interior was all stock and in very good shape. Now it's not perfect, but it is all there and nobody's done any cheesy modifications. The factory wheel is still there, factory shifter's there, factory seats are there. All the rear seat is still there. Nobody's done any nonsense like strip it out for quote unquote lightweight baby and all that stuff. So to be able to buy a car that has just basically been driven and not modified from the 90s, if it's an icon car like one of these, a tuner icon, is actually really, really hard to do, at least where I live. Out here in Missouri it is. So just finding something like this at all is hard. Then finding something like this that is a, like a 2018 price instead of a 2023 price is hard. Pandemic hit everybody hard, so to speak. It definitely hit the car market. So generally speaking, everybody wants a lot of money for everything nowadays. But picked this dude up for $3,500 and I'm super, super happy about it. So this is going to be Sarah's replacement for the 300ZX for this year. And so the plan is to put the really, really, really good stereo system that I put in that car in this car so she can enjoy her stereo, because that's the number one thing she cares about. She likes to cruise in a cool car that has an awesome stereo. She doesn't care about high performance. She just wants it to be zippy, fun, and have an awesome stereo. So I'm going to make that happen for her. Excuse me. And then, so that brings us to the 300ZX and the cat. So 300ZX is now going on the back burner, and I'm just going to set it aside and not think about it much. But in the back of my mind, I'm going to think about it and try to figure out what I want it to be next. I have a lot of options. I could finish the job and put it back together as a twin turbo automatic and sell it. Probably worth 12 grand or so. That'd be good. But I hate working on it. I do not want to do the job of putting this car back together. It sucks. Other option is I could put a manual transmission in it, put it back together, keep it for myself for a while, enjoy it as a manual, sell it. It's probably worth 15 to 18. Not bad. Problem is I hate working on it. Working on it sucks because the engine bay is so tight and terrible to work on. Literally the worst of all time. Next option, engine swap. I could do an engine swap like I did in that car. Literally any engine you can think of, I suppose I could put in this car within reason. So I'm thinking maybe this will become my next, like my car, like my street car. Meaning it'll just be like my, I don't know how to say that. It's just like, I've always thought of 300ZX as the ultimate awesome street car for me. So this could become that. It would need a completely different engine and a manual transmission for it to be cool for me and for me to be motivated to work on it and to enjoy working on it. So 300ZX is most likely going to be an engine swap car now, is what I'm thinking. So let me know what you think about what engine I could put in the old girl. I'm not going to do an LS. I've already done that on the 240. I don't want to do it again. I don't even like the LS, to be honest with you. I don't like it that much. I'm not going to do an RB20, 25, or 26. They're too much money. And honestly, I don't even like them that much either. They're really big and they're iron, and they're old, and I don't like it. I'm not going to do a 2J. Again, too much money, hard to come by nowadays. Excuse me. So what should I put in there? I want something pretty modern. I want something that can take at least 500-600 horsepower with no problems. So I'm thinking a K20, K24 with some kind of a manual transmission is probably a good option for that car. With a turbocharger, of course. I think that would be really, really cool. In fact, I don't really have any second options that come to mind that sound like a good choice. But I would like to have a second or third option so I can just work on it and mull it over in my mind. So let me know what you think I could put in this car that would make a lot of sense. It needs to make a lot of power, be really lightweight, really efficient, be physically very small because it needs to fit in the engine bay and have a ton of room to work, because that's the big problem I'm trying to solve is that engine has no room to work on. It sucks. So I'm not putting another V6 in there at all. I'm not putting a V8 in there. What should I put in there? K20, K24, that's a good choice. Is there any other option right now in the market? I don't want anything that's stupid expensive. I don't want anything that's rare and hard to get parts for. It needs to be pretty affordable, make pretty good power, be physically small. What else? Easy to get replacements for. If I blow it up, I need to go pick up another one for a reasonable price within 2 or 3 days. Would be good. Is there anything besides a K motor that makes any sense? I'm probably not thinking of something. There's probably some choice out there I'm not even thinking of. Let me know what you think. What am I missing? What could go in that car? What should I do next? See you guys in the next one.